Oh, come here, Cancer Moon. Oh. Namaste, Soul Circle. I'm Stephen Michael James.
And I'm Candice Elizabeth.
And we're from Arcana, Mind, Body, Spirit, located in Toronto, Canada.
Today is the third part of our moon sign series this month, and we are diving into the depths of our water moon signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We will be exploring the characteristics, love languages, and career aspirations for each of the signs, helping you to fully understand what these moon signs mean and what they need. Maybe it'll help you connect with your water moon signs in your life, or come to better understand who you are and why you do the things you do on an emotional level. I, for one, learned a lot because I am a Cancer Moon.
Oh, come here, Cancer Moon. Oh.
Okay, just kidding. I'm also an Aries. Remember, we are so much more than our sun signs. So join us in connecting to the sensitive, intuitive, and wildly creative and passionate Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces moons.
One more thing before we get started, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and that little notification bell so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos this month in order to really grasp the power of lunar energy. Are you ready?
Let's cry about our feelings. No? So, what is your moon sign? What is it? What does it impact? And why is it so important? Most people know their sun sign or have heard about it at least. When you open a magazine or follow any daily horoscope podcasts or Instagram pages, most will give you your sun sign horoscope. Speaking of your sun sign, consider it to be significant to who you are at your core. What's your driving force in all the ways that you express yourself? It's basically your zodiac personality based on the day and month you were born. You could also describe it as how your ego experiences, relates, and deals with the challenges around you in your world. Think of it as being what you want.
Yeah, your moon sign, however, is darker and more emotional. Or in comparison to your sun sign, it's about what you need. It's your soul versus your identity. Your soul being your moon sign and your identity being your sun sign. The moon sign is all about processing feelings, the subconscious of your deepest emotions, bringing forth what's within the shadows of yourself that most people don't really get to see, and the driving force behind your emotional expression. Your moon sign also represents how you nurture yourself instinctively. What is self-love for you? How do you feel your way through loss, through joy, through fear, excitement? This is the you hear inside your head. It's an important relationship, and some people relate more to their moon sign than they do their sun sign because it's so personal and based on your deepest, truest emotions.
I, for one, struggled actually to connect to my moon sign, but I think, well, you guys will find out more about it, but I think now I kind of understand why I am the way I am.
Oh, Cancer Moon! Oh.
Like it. If you want to know more about your birth chart, you can simply check out your own chart online by visiting sites such as astro.com or astrocafe.com.
Or you could take advantage of one of Arcana's many services, our natal chart discovery journey. You'll meet with one of us. We do it live on Zoom for you. You give us your information ahead of time, and we're going to give you all kinds of information that goes into who you are and what your driving forces are, and of course, how to heal any places within you that need a little bit of work.
Regardless of how you do it, once you have your full natal chart, notice how it's broken into 12 sections for each of the zodiac signs, Aries through to Pisces. Look for a little crescent moon symbol on your chart, and where she is will tell you what your moon sign is. Mine is Cancer.
Mine is Leo.
There you go.
Right.
Again, we can help you with this because at first glance, your natal chart can appear quite overwhelming.
Yeah, I think we've all been there when we're looking at it going, what does that mean?
Yeah, there's a lot there.
All right, let's jump right in.
Shall we?
We are talking about moon signs within the element of water. If you haven't watched our element videos or been keeping up with our zodiac videos each month, please check out the Elements of Water video and get a brief understanding of what it means and the signs that correspond to it, which are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. flowing in natural order, let's begin with the moon sign of Cancer. Cancer time!
I guess so.
Sorry, was that a lot? Okay.
It's loud.
I'm sorry.
Loud. Okay, so we haven't reached the time of the Cancer Zodiac this year, so stay tuned this summer between June 21st and July 22nd. When you think of the cardinal zodiac sign Cancer, the words that come to mind would be I feel, intuition, easily hurt, caring, sensitive, supportive, moody, sometimes even manipulative and codependent. Cancers are creative, loving creatures of comfort, loyal to their core, and very mothering.
I do love me Cancers. My husband's Cancer.
My mother is a Cancer, and my daughter.
We have a lot of Cancer swimming around us. So let's talk about characteristics and self-expressions of these Cancer moons. All right, let's just call it like it is. Cancer moons are the most sensitive people in the entire zodiac.
It's hard for me to admit these things. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, your Aries balances that for you, don't worry. Cancer is ruled by the moon, amplifying all the moonlight qualities. Giving you the ability to feel your emotions and the emotions of those around you is incredibly strong for you. Everything's a heavy bated breath for Cancer moons. The Cancer crab carries its home on its back, and similarly, a Cancer moon can make a home wherever they go, feeling out situations, engaging as well as observing those around them.
Because Cancer is a cardinal sign which leads each of the solar seasons, it pushes Cancer moons to take action in areas focused on emotions and will often find themselves in a position of being other people's support systems. Cancer moons are ruled by their feelings, empathy, and intuition, and the internal ebbs and flows of all those characteristics. Meaning, their emotional balance can be so easily impacted, not just from themselves, but from the dominating energies around them. Therefore, their emotional well-being is constantly changing and moving.
Yeah, if a Cancer moon has a sun or rising in a more assertive sign, like Candice, she's an Aries sun sign, if you didn't know, there may be an internal struggle of balancing desires of independence and your obligations to others. And don't forget, it takes strength to care for others with that much conviction, and to have a heart so open and ready to love with complete empathy. They also have a weird sense of humor. They also have a dark side and can sometimes be a little bit irrational. Some celebrities with Cancer moons to help paint the picture of this moon sign is, funny enough, both Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves, Janis Joplin, Kurt Russell, Mike Myers, Mary J. Blige, Adam Sandler, and also Drew Barrymore.
All right, so let's talk about love and relationships for this moon sign.
Shall we?
It's important for Cancer moons to set strong emotional boundaries for themselves and take alone time to make sure they aren't distracted by the needs of those around them. Constantly trying to heal, nurture the emotions of others, and make sure you remind yourself where you begin and end emotionally in your relationships is super important. That's where that codependency can come in. Cancer moons are excellent homemakers and don't hesitate to dive into the deep end emotionally with their lovers. Regardless of how complex it might be, they're down. Cancer moons are deep within their feminine energy with a natural mothering vibe to them, and they tend to want a partner that counteracts that vibe. I know for me, I definitely have and continue to romantically want a man that balances out my feminine energy with his masculine energy. Constantly being in a place of emotional vulnerability, I can be drawn to a trustworthy protector, someone who values a family unit. Cancer moons are best matched with other water moons, but also Taurus and Virgo energy, which makes sense because I like me a Taurus. Aries, Libra, and Capricorn moons, not so much.
Career time for these Cancer moons. Okay. Cancer moons can express their emotions through their work, making them loyal and valuable team players. They also care about the overall needs of the organization and the people they work with and or serve. They're loyal, have great memories for following tasks. Their quality control is really excellent, and they're really good at meeting deadlines. Cancer moons thrive the most in positions of self-employment. Food-based jobs like baking, restaurant managing, catering. They would also be really great in analyzing people's relationships, making them excellent advisors, mentors, or spiritual psychologists. The cardinal aspects of this sign also highlight the ability to successfully have more than one career. Also, maybe look in careers in interior design, gardening, genealogy, or something where you can make people have a good time, like maybe working at a resort. Just don't forget that Cancer moons need a lot of sleep. Like, how are you without sleep?
Makes perfect sense. I'm a terrible, terrible human being if I don't get a solid amount of sleep. Like more than a Taurus.
Right.
More. All these emotions. It's time for
Scorpio!
So when you think of the zodiac sign Scorpio, the words sexual, passionate, intelligent, secretive, and resourceful may come to mind. Now, take that image as an outward sun sign and turn it inward. You'll get a cool and collected person who appears to be completely under control, but under all that is a smorgasbord of deep emotions and fear to express them. These moon signs are connected to their shadow self and feel comfortable and drawn to it. Let's take a deeper look at these deep thinking fixed water moon signs.
All right, characteristics and self-expression. Scorpio is not the easiest place for the moon to be. There can often be difficulties in emotional expression. They're so intense and impacted by their surroundings that it can become very overwhelming. Oftentimes feeling like you're on a roller coaster of extremes, feeling everything at its core and acting upon it.
The personal work here is to allow those feelings to be the leaf on the stream and let it float down the river without reacting, regardless of the intensity of those feelings. Scorpio moons give the impression of transformation, which is actually a characteristic of this fixed water sign. For that growth to really happen, these moon signs need to take the time alone to really look within and understand their triggers and needs, and that'll help them not be so reactive. They're also great at reading between the lines and reading a room. Always attuned to the vibes in a room, always. This makes it hard to pull the wool over their eyes. So an involved Scorpio moon can be very ambitious and again, sexual, intuitive, creative, and intense.
My kind of people. Yeah, if a Scorpio moon can channel their emotions, they can flourish and flow in the creativity that comes from the beauty and strength of human emotions. Celebrities with Scorpio moons are Beyonce, Lady Gaga, and Mariah Carey. Both of those are also Aries sun signs.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
Nelson Mandela, Bob Marley, The Weeknd, J-Lo, Scarlett Johansson, and Ryan Reynolds.
All right, so let's talk about love, Scorpio moon. All right, people with this moon sign in Scorpio are loyal to those they love to the absolute max. Their emotions run heavy with an all or nothing mind frame within their relationships. There's simply no time for shallow, fleeting relationships in their lives. With the fear of getting close, Scorpios tend to crack open what is buried deep and repressed, not just within themselves, within their partners. So that's where that fear of getting too close comes from. Because as transformative as that can be, it's also kind of unpleasant and difficult.
These moon signs love so hard it hurts them and those on the receiving end. This leads to bottling up their feelings, but it never ends well in the long term, creating blocks and physical discomfort for both partners. Because this moon sign can be jealous, vengeful, and resentful in relationships if underdeveloped, it's good practice taking your time in love in order to build a solid foundation for trust. Scorpio moon signs are compatible with other water signs, but remember, it's not just about compatibility with your moon signs.
Yeah. So look at that whole chart, which we can help you do.
Absolutely.
So next we're going to talk about careers for the Scorpio moon. Due to their ability to understand human nature and the intensity of their emotions and the way the mind works, a great career option for a Scorpio moon would be a criminal detective or an undercover detective, anything in psychology, or even a historian or a researcher. Their powerful, passionate nature and ability to decipher the difference between fact and fiction is a great asset for any of the jobs that I just listed. They are great in careers that give them the opportunity to create and lead the way for change. Once they put their energy and heart into something, there is no stopping a Scorpio moon.
Last but not least, it is time for Pisces. Pisces are mutable water signs, making them adaptable and highly influenced by their surroundings, giving them insight into all the magics of the entire universe. When you think of a Pisces, you would think of loyal, romantic, mysterious, kind, free-spirited dreamers. These water moon signs should pay attention to the intuitive wisdom from within versus falling into the role of the victim, making them an easy target to be taken advantage of. So let's understand on a deeper level what makes a Pisces moon tick and how they can best navigate the power of their compassion and imagination.
All right, let's start with the characteristics and self-expression of a Pisces moon. People with a Pisces moon are sweet, romantic, old souls, and can think abstractly and intuitively. In fact, many Pisces moon peoples may notice that from a young age, they just knew things, felt it in their gut. Your emotions are the key to your sixth sense and carries into your curiosities of the power of the universe and the workings of humanity. These thoughts do not interrupt the intuitive awareness of the present moment. In fact, they feed into them, giving them the ability to accept the here and now naturally for them.
It makes sense. The Pisces moon people are drawn to spirituality and wanting to feel a power greater than and beyond themselves, following the life's guided path by feeling and trust in the magics of the universe. Mundane life is no place for a Pisces moon, but they still need alone time, a chance to recharge and check in with themselves. When you're this highly sensitive and influenced by your surroundings, it's important to take the time to withdraw, to stay healthy, and continue to cope day to day.
Yeah, and I'm not a Pisces moon, but as a Cancer moon, I know that's super important. And although I'm very extroverted and have that Aries fire, and I love to be around a lot of people, especially like high energy, like Pride and stuff. I love like our music festivals, our concerts, and everyone's just like loving and it's just like this really excited, and I get super charged up from that. I need like at least a day of like absolute silence after. Like I could actually just sit and stare out my window in silence and would not talk to anyone. So I definitely understand that need to like recharge to stay coping like a normal person, because otherwise it gets to be too much. Yeah. When it comes to healing, it can be done mentally or physically for a Piscean. As well, acts of kindness also work for them. Just make sure you hold boundaries and don't ever overdo it, and your need to escape doesn't spill over into addictions. But it's true. I mean, when you don't have any boundaries and you're that open and you're that vulnerable to your relationships and you have this need to escape and be connecting to, you know, all these universal powers and energies, you can look for other things to kind of help you take you on that journey, right?
Yeah.
It can be a lot. At the end of the day, Pisces are still the dreamers and believers of the Zodiac. With a silly and strange sense of humor, here are some of the celebrities to help put a face to the Piscean characteristics. Robert De Niro, Kim Kardashian, and Kanye West. Yeah. What was their relationship like? Anyways, Frank Sinatra, Martin Luther King Jr., Prince.
Oh.
Right? That makes sense to me. Michelle Obama.
Oh.
Yeah, and Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, love him.
Oh, so good. Makes sense.
All right, love and relationships. Pisces moons are one of the most romantic of the moon signs. They love so much and they try and lift their partners up, regardless of the circumstance, or sometimes regardless of whether or not their partners are even deserving of it. Love is an area of hard lessons because you go into things overly romanticizing and putting your partners on pedestals. But with that comes the ability to love like no other. accepting people for who they are and loving them unconditionally.
This can create the most unbelievable connections. But at other times, if you're not careful or self-aware, you may find that the wool Scorpio Moon spot a mile away, you're wearing it as a hat. In other words, the wool is well over your eyes. Wake up and see people for who they actually are. You need to be in a relationship with people who are sensitive and respect your tendencies, such as other water signs like Cancers, Scorpios, and Pisces.
Career time! Pisces are attuned to creative and many artistic platforms. They are amazing artists and creatives because they use it as a healthy way to escape their realities. They also make great nurses, counselors, and therapists because they can easily put themselves in other people's shoes. They could also do well in a career that expands their emotions and experiences with complex skills, maybe an astronaut or even a deep sea diver. Oh, Pisces. I mean, like, dream big or go home. But overall, you'll be great in the arts, filmmaking, drama, poetry, music, dance, anything abstract or artistic. Also, spirituality looks good on you too, and anything that is service-oriented.
So that was super interesting.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about myself and my other fellow water moon signs. So be sure to comment below and let us know what your moon sign is and how you identify with it. And make sure you come back next week for our Earth moon signs.
I'm excited for those. In the meantime, Arcana releases 3 videos a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. On Mondays this month, we have been discussing the different phases of the moon and how you can use their energies to manifest change in your life. On Wednesdays, we are going to continue with our moon sign journey. And then on Fridays, we are working on our goddess series. I love it.
I can't wait for that one either.
Yeah.
I've been loving the goddess series.
Yeah, super good.
All right, Soul Circle, many blessings, and see you next episode.
Namaste!
Much love.